Hello my dear children. Hope you are all safe at home. Today we have to deal with our new lesson Matchbox written by Asha Purnadevi. Asha Purnadevi is a Indian English writer. She is a very famous Bengali novelist and she is a poet also. She got many awards like Jnanapida Award, Padma Shri Award. So there is a profile written given in our textbook. You go through that profile and read it. Now we can come to the page number 17. So what is matchbox? All of you know matchbox means teepetti. What is inside the matchbox? Yes, many sticks are there. All the sticks are coated with some gunpowder. We use the matchbox for what? Yes, for lighting a candle or for lighting a gas stove. So that means it is an explosive item. Here in this lesson, the women are compared to a matchbox. Why is it so? Do you know? Matchbox contains matchsticks which is covered with the gunpowder which is used to burn something. Like the same way, all the women hide their feelings. They control all their emotions, their happiness, their anger, all their feelings are inside their mind. So whenever they get a chance, they burst out. Just like a matchstick. Okay, now you got the comparison. Now, so we can take the page number 17 and we can read the lesson line by line. Okay. So, the first line, I always compare women to matchboxes. Why? Because of the way matchboxes are. Even though they have enough gunpowder to set 100 lankas aflame, they sit around meek and innocent in the kitchen, in the pantry, in the bedroom, here, there, anywhere. Women too are exactly the same. So here is a humorous comparison. The gunpowder inside the women can sometimes explode hundreds of lankas. Actually, this is a story taken by our Ramayana. So you might have heard about Hanuman who went to Lanka and in search of Sita, wife of Sri Rama. So when he went there, he is burning the whole palace and the garden and everywhere. So the same way, here the writer says the women contains some gunpowder inside their body. That is just a humorous comparison only. So they can even burn hundreds of lankas. നൂറുകണക്കിന് ലങ്കകളെ കത്തിച്ചാമ്പലാക്കാനുള്ള ഒരു ശക്തി സ്ത്രീകൾക്കുണ്ട്. Okay. So now as an example, Asha Purnadevi gives us a very nice story. So the two characters of the story are Ajit and his wife Nomita. Nomita is the heroine of our story. Okay. You want an example? Then look carefully at that enormous 3-story house in front of us. Sunday morning. The washerman has come and is waiting. Moments before handing over a heap of Ajit's dirty clothes to the washerman, Nomita goes through the pockets one last time and discovers the letter. A twisted, crumpled envelope with its mouth torn and on the envelope Nomita's name. Nomita, as I told, the heroine of our story, went upstairs. Nomita is living in a 3-story building. So I told you Ajit, her husband is a very rich man, and when she came there, she saw a heap of dirty clothes. The heap of dirty clothes means kore mushanya vastrangal, and the washerman is waiting outside. So for washing all these clothes. So when she took the clothes, inside the pocket of one of Ajit's shirt, he saw an envelope. Envelope means ഒരു cover, and it is torn, കീറിയ cover ആണ്. And on the envelope She saw her address. Nomida's address is on the envelope. So the letter is to Nomida. Letter ആർക്ക് വന്നതാണ്? നോമിതയ്ക്കാണ്. But Nomida did not see it. ഒരാൾക്ക് വന്ന ലെറ്റർ വേറൊരാൾ വായിക്കാൻ പാടുണ്ടോ? ഇല്ല. So Nomida became very, very angry. Next paragraph. A flame goes up deep in all Nomida's nerves and veins. She drops the cloths in her hand and sits on the bed to open the letter. The first thing she looks at is the date. Going by the date, the letter must have come about 3 days earlier. She turns over the envelope and matches the postmark to the date. That too bears the same witness. Yes, the letter came 3 days ago. A flame goes up deep in all Nomida's nerves and veins. That means she becomes very angry. She drops the cloths in her hand and sits on the bed to open the letter. കയ്യിലുള്ള ഡ്രസ്സൊക്കെ താഴെയിട്ട് ലെറ്റർ ഓപ്പൺ ചെയ്തു. ആൻഡ് ഷി റിയലൈസസ് ദ ലെറ്റർ ഹാസ് കം 3 days earlier. 3 ദിവസം മുമ്പേ വന്നതാണ് ലെറ്റർ. ആൻഡ് ഷി ടേൺസ് ഓവർ ദ എൻവലപ്പ് ആൻഡ് ഷി മാച്ചസ് ദ പോസ്റ്റ് മാർക്ക്. സോ വി നോ ഓൺ ദ പോസ്റ്റ് മാർക്ക് ദർ വിൽ ബി ദ ഡേറ്റ്. അവിടെയും ഡേറ്റ് ഉണ്ടാവുമല്ലോ. അതും അവൾ കണ്ടു. അപ്പോഴവൾക്ക് മനസ്സിലായി ലെറ്റർ has come 3 days ago. Ajit has opened it and read it, then crumpled it and twisted it and dropped it into his pocket and left it there. Hasn't felt the need to mention it even once to Nomida. The flame had gone up top, now burned steadily, hissing, sounding its notch on each of her mind strings. Because this incident is not a casual oversight, it's deliberate. Ajit has opened the letter and read it, and after that he crumpled it and twisted, and then he kept the letter in his pocket, not giving the letter to Nomida. അത് ചുരുട്ടി മടക്കി പോക്കറ്റിലിട്ടു, നോമിതയ്ക്ക് കൊടുത്തില്ല. So Nomida realized deliberately, മനഃപൂർവ്വമാണ് Ajit is not giving the letter to her. Its nature is exactly like that. Somehow, he has gained possession of the key to the letter box, fishing it through the gaps among the 52 hands of this joint family. And whenever there is a letter with Nomida's name on the envelope, he opens and reads it first, and only then does he give it to her. It's possible that oftentimes he doesn't give it to her at all. At least that is a suspicion that has taken deep root in Nomida's mind. Even though to this day, Ajit cannot truthfully make the claim that he has been able to discover any letter in the slightest degree suspicious. Still this ugly habit of his won't go. Ajit's nature is exactly like that. Ajit is always behaving in the same way. He has gained the possession of the key to the letter box. So there is a letter box in front of their gate. So all the letters for all the members of the family are actually inside that box. So many members are there. They are a joint family. About 52 hands of this joint family. That means about 26 people are living in that house. So among those letters, he will take out Nomida's letter. Nomidയുടെ letter മാത്രം പുറത്തേക്ക് എടുക്കും, എന്നിട്ട് അത് വായിക്കും. And sometimes he gives a letter to Nomida, and nowadays he is not giving it. ചിലപ്പോഴൊക്കെ കൊടുക്കാറുണ്ട്, പക്ഷെ ഇപ്പോൾ കുറേ കാലമായിട്ട് നോമിതയ്ക്ക് ലെറ്റർ കൊടുക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. Even though to this day Ajit cannot truthfully make the claim that he has been able to discover any letter in the slightest degree suspicious. So Ajit may have his own opinion. So he may sometimes say, so I have some suspicion about you, some doubts about you. That is why I am opening the letter and reading it. എനിക്ക് വരുന്ന ലെറ്റേഴ്സ് ഒക്കെ എനിക്ക് വായിച്ചു നോക്കണം. I am your husband. So because of that, he may be opening it and reading it. Not with Nomida's anger, not with her taking offense, not with the bitter reproaches, her trying to shame him, sarcasm, not with anything. If she mentions it, first he tries to laugh it away, and if laughter doesn't get him out of deep water, he scolds her. She sits perfectly still for a minute and reads the letter through. It is nothing much, a letter from Nomida's mother. Not with Namita's anger, not with her taking offense, not with the bitter reproaches, but her trying to shame him sarcasm. So every times, whenever Namita complains about this, Ajit will he will insult her. എപ്പോഴും ഇതിനെക്കുറിച്ച് സംസാരിച്ചാൽ അജിത്ത് അവളെ കളിയാക്കും. When she mentions it, he tries to laugh it away. പറയുമ്പോഴൊക്കെ കളിയാക്കും. And finally, he will scold her. അവളെ ചീത്ത പറയും. She sits perfectly still for a minute and reads the letter through. അവിടെ ഇരുന്നിട്ട് കത്തൊന്ന് വായിച്ചു. Whose letter is that? It is from her mother. So usually the letters are coming from her mother. അമ്മയാണ് കത്തയക്കുന്നത്, മറ്റാരുമല്ല. Then why the mother is sending the letter? It's her standard speech. The good woman has once again placed on the record the news of her various hardships and complaints getting worse. Misfortune upon misfortune. The ceiling of her room is cracked and the rainwater falls through in ceaseless streams. If this is not immediately remedied, she will have to die crushed under the weight of a collapsed roof. Of course, she does not dread that eventuality. Her daughter is a queen, her son-in-law high-minded, large-hearted, therefore, etc., etc. As I told you, the mother sends the letter. Why the mother sends the letter? The mother is actually living in a very poor house. അമ്മയുടെ കഷ്ടപ്പാടുകൾ ഇവിടെ കൊടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. The ceiling of her room is cracked and the rain water will falls down. So actually she is living alone in her house. അമ്മ ഒറ്റയ്ക്കാണ് താമസിക്കുന്നത്. And her daughter is married to a rich husband. ഒരു വലിയ പണക്കാരനെയാണ് വിവാഹം ചെയ്ത് കൊടുത്തിരിക്കുന്നത്. So she is very sure, Namita's mother is very sure that her daughter, her son will look after her. എൻ്റെ മരുമകൻ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ മകൾ എന്തായാലും തന്നെ നോക്കും. So why she sends the letter to Namita? So just for demanding some money. പണത്തിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് അമ്മ ലെറ്റർ അയച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നത്. An indigent widow without husband or son, she was successful in consigning her daughter to a wealthy family's house on the strength of looks alone. But the good lady has never stopped talking credit at the slightest opportunity for her skill in the matter, and she has been finding such opportunities all along. Whenever Ajit sees a new letter from Namita's mother, he smiles derisively and says, "Why bother to read that? I will go and fill out a money order form." Namita's head hangs low with the shame and the insult of it. So, some time ago, out of anger and grief, Namita forbade her mother from writing to her on postcards. She thought that from then on she would try to send her a little money, whatever she could pull together in secret. So, this was what came of letters in envelopes too. Suddenly, Namita flames into anger at her mother. Why? Why does she keep on begging like this? Why won't she let Namita keep her self-respect, her dignity? No, this time she will write and tell her mother clearly, "I can't do any more. Don't hope for anything from me." An indigent widow without husband or son. So Namita's mother is living in her house alone. ഒറ്റയ്ക്കാണ്, ഹസ്ബൻഡ് ഇല്ല, വേറെ മക്കളും ഇല്ല. So widow means ഭർത്താവ് മരിച്ച സ്ത്രീ. She was successful in consigning her daughter to a wealthy family also. Anyway, she was very lucky because she could make her daughter sent in a wealthy family. നല്ലൊരു വെൽത്തി ഫാമിലിയിലേക്ക് മകളെ വിവാഹം ചെയ്തയക്കാൻ അമ്മക്ക് സാധിച്ചു. But she is always sending letters for demanding money from her. വീട്ടിലുള്ള ചെറിയ ചെറിയ ആവശ്യങ്ങൾക്കൊക്കെ മകളോട് പൈസ ചോദിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് ലെറ്റർ അയച്ചുകൊണ്ടേയിരുന്നു. Whenever Ajit sees a new letter from Namita's mother, he smiles. Why? So he is sure that the letter is just for asking money. ലെറ്റർ അയക്കുന്ന പൈസക്ക് വേണ്ടി മാത്രമാണ്. So why do I read the letter? Why do I give this letter to you? എന്തിന് എനിക്ക് തരണം? Just take a money order form and fill it and send the money. പോരെ, ഇത്രയും പോരെ, പൈസ എങ്ങനെ അയച്ചാൽ മതി. Nomida's head hangs low with the shame. So actually because of this, Nomida is living in that house very much in a shameful manner. വളരെ നാണക്കേട് തോന്നി നോമിതയ്ക്ക്. So she calls her mother. Don't send any letters on postcards. Any postcard എഴുതാൻ പാടില്ല. So after that onwards, her mother is sending letters and putting the letter inside an envelope. അതിന് ശേഷമാണ് കവറിലിട്ടിട്ട് ലെറ്റർ അയക്കാൻ തുടങ്ങിയത്. And sometimes she sends her some money secretly. വളരെ രഹസ്യമായിട്ട് അമ്മയ്ക്ക് കുറച്ച് പൈസ അയച്ചു കൊടുക്കാനും തുടങ്ങി. So anyway, suddenly she seems what the anger comes her again in her mind. പെട്ടെന്ന് അവൾക്ക് ദേഷ്യം പിന്നെയും വന്നു. So why does she keep on begging like this? Why the mother is always begging money? എന്തിനാണ് അമ്മ എപ്പോഴും എന്നെ ഇങ്ങനെ നാണം കെടുത്തുന്നത്? എന്തിനാണ് പണം ഇങ്ങനെ ചോദിച്ചുകൊണ്ടേയിരിക്കുന്നത്? I can't do any more. Don't hope for anything from me. So finally, one day, she says her mother, don't send letters again. Don't demand money from me again and again. Okay. So I think you got the meanings of the ideas of the paragraphs clearly. Let us stop now. We can take the lesson, the continuation of the story the next day. Okay. Thank you.